Hello. I picked up a Camp Chef Rainier 2-burner stove griddle. So let's go ahead and check this out on the inside. I'm going to open this up. I actually bought it, over a year ago, and they're like $130 plus right now, $140. My puppy's behind me talking. And I got this actually on clearance last year, so it's a heck of a good deal. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this up and check out what comes with that thing. It's got a grill plate with it, so like if you want to barbecue for like hamburgers or anything like that. One thing I'm not too fond of course I've already pulled it out of the package, right here is the little oil drain pan. Well, that's pretty small. That's not going to hold a lot of oil. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. This has little latches you just pull out on. They don't pop open, they just kind of lift out and you lift it up. And on the inside, you got your little wind blockers right here. Oops. There we go. That way from the side you got a little bit of a wind blocker. And on the inside you got yourself a nice griddle. It's like, what, 9" by 12". Same size as the pan for barbecuing on. And of course it opens up like this. You got your little piezo right there to start it up, and here's your fire tube right here. And there's a little hole right here that runs down into the little drain pan that's down below. Of course, if you have your griddle, it's going to hold all the grease. It's not going to drain. The drain pan is actually for if you're barbecuing. And what's nice, it just goes right into this little pan right here. Take a look. And then what runs down in there just drips right straight into the drain pan below. So all you have to do is wipe this part out right here. And over here on this other end, you got a place where you can put a coffee pot. You got a little screen or a rack to hold your pots. You can drop this side down, set a skillet on there, or put a coffee pot, whatever. Oops. That was right. There we go. That's kind of nice, actually. And it's got a pretty much solid plate on the bottom. Looks like it would be really easy to wipe out. And like I said, that drain hole, and it's got a big hole where it goes through the bottom of the frame, and the drain hole's right there, and it just drips directly into the pan. So you shouldn't end with a mess in between. And of course it comes with the little connector right here. And this is where you put your little 16.9 ounce or whatever, your pound can of propane. You can also put a bigger can on there with an adapter, like a 5-gallon. And that screws right there on the side. That's where that screws in right there. And then you put your can right on it. Just put it in like that and put it up and put it right there inside the can, or your propane canister back there. Gonna have to make me some videos of using this thing. I can't wait to. I said this griddle ain't very big, but it'll do like 2 or 3 strips of bacon, a couple eggs, or several pancakes. Heat griddle slowly. Do not overheat. Griddle may warp with use. So just like everything, it's aluminum. So you got to be careful with heating them up. Alright, and it's got little slots right there for the legs to go into. Put this back together. Alright, there we go. And what's nice, it comes with a carrying bag. Okay, close down those. Put that, and it just snaps right down. And you got your button right here, your piezoelectric starter. And right here you got your controls, one for the burner and one for the gas fire tube. Let's go ahead and put it back in the bag. Of course, it's one of those things, you're best to let it cool down when you're done with it and wipe it out before you try to put it back in the bag, because you don't want the greases and oils to get in there. And this right here just kind of goes up underneath there, because and you got the legs on the bottom of the stove to help protect, because you got the little legs that are on the grill, which are a little bit flexible. One thing I don't like about that, you can see that one's bent in a little bit, but you can easily bend those, so I'd be afraid that after a while that they might end up getting bent out of the way. So I would recommend using whichever one you're going to use the most, either the griddle or the barbecue grate. Leave that one on the inside to keep it protected. Kind of wish there was something that went over this, or that there was holes in that where you could put those legs down into, but there's not, so that's why I store it upside down. So your best bet is to make sure you turn it like that and make sure the zipper is always up, and the Camp Chef is always up or on its side like that, whatever, but don't flip it over where it's laying on those little tabs, because you're just going to end up bending them, and after a while you're not going to be able to keep bending them back into shape without them breaking. But I'm going to use it mostly as a griddle, not a barbecue. That's just, I don't usually barbecue too much when I'm camping. If I'm going to cook something on a barbecue, I'm going to cook it over an open fire or something like that. I'll use this mostly for a griddle, for cooking breakfast or whatever. Or you could, if you put that the barbecue plate on there, you could actually put frying pans or pots on top of that also and use it for that. But I'm mostly going to use the griddle. So anyway, that's what you got on the side of this. I wish it was a little better designed for those tabs for your second plate, but it is what it is. This one's $100 and some right now online, $129, $139. They're pretty expensive, so you would think it would be some kind of a protection to protect those tabs. But it's definitely a really nice looking camp stove, and I will post some videos when I go to cook me some breakfast outside. And of course it has nice instructions that come with it. You just pretty much just turn the tank on and it says how to start it. That's about all it says. And of course, heat it slow. Don't turn it to high. It says once you get it to start up, turn that heat down. So you're heating it nice and slow. You don't want to overheat it and ruin that pan. But you can buy replacement griddles in the barbecue grate. You can buy replacements. So that's one of the good things. Alright, definitely looking forward to using that griddle. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.